of rebounding that Utah was able to get. I mean, what was giving you guys trouble in that area, and how costly?
I got it. Oh yeah, well, points off turnovers and offensive rebound was, they made shots early, but they kind of cooled down a little bit, and then we just couldn't rebound the ball. And I'll have to go back and watch tape and understand more on why. If I'm not mistaken, our two guard basically had 6 defensive rebounds, and I guess we had one other guy with 6, and nobody else got but 3. So they kicked our butt on the glass, and then our turnovers led to points for them, and that was the biggest difference in the outcome. Although there was a lot of other things we didn't do well, but Henry, you're right, rebounding and taking care of the ball crushed us.
And then coming out at the start of the game, coming out of the second half, I know intensity's been a big topic recently. I guess what can you do to make it so that you start out the halves better?
Yeah, I think we missed the first possession. They score off a simple ball screen, and we're in a certain coverage, and guys were surprised we were in it, and we've only been talking about it for 24, 48 hours. So that's frustrating. I don't know exactly what that answer is coming out of the halftime different or starting the game different. I really don't know what the answer is on that, because it seems like to me, to start any athletic contest, both teams are usually pretty geeked up and on point. Even though you don't always play well, but usually the mistakes that you make aren't because you aren't aware of that this is how we're going to try to guard.
Bill, was there anything in particular that Utah did on defense that gave you troubles, or kind of what's your thoughts?
Well, they switched a lot, and I think that did give us problems. We didn't throw the ball inside at all. Hunter was not a post presence at all early, and then when he was late in the first half, I think he missed 3 bunnies that he normally make. He gonna make all 3 or 4 of those, whatever it was. But I thought they did a good job not letting us drive it, get to the paint, and their switches were good. So I think they scouted us pretty well.
Bill, DeJean said that Gabe Madsen was at the top of your guys' scouting report. He still hit 5 threes tonight. What was he doing offensively that was giving you problems?
You know what he does that I think is very impressive? I think he's one of the best movers without the ball in order to free himself. He's good at getting a defender to stop and then move quickly, and he's probably doesn't get the credit that he probably deserves on being athletic, because he can create separations and he's got great legs and everything. But the bottom line is he hurt us bad. Obviously, but we also didn't help ourselves on how we had too many missed assignments too.
Bill, would be curious to hear your thoughts on just the mentality you need to succeed in such a competitive conference like the Big 12.
Well, you got to understand that it is actually a grind, and it totally wears you down if you allow it to wear you down. We've had some success, not as much of late, but the thing I've always thought, you win the games you're supposed to win. You defend your home turf, and then you have to play a way that makes other people play poorly. And obviously Utah did that tonight, but I think that's a big key. Just to run guys out there and say we're going to outscore this team or this or that, that's not going to work in this league. You got to understand how to grind and how to win the most important possessions and things like that in order to have sustained success in this league.
Then would just be curious to hear your thoughts on Kansas' first trip to the Huntsman Center here in Salt Lake City.
Well, I like the building. Yeah, I like the lighting. I like the building. You didn't exactly have Bird or Magic playing on the court from our perspective tonight, but no, it's great. I haven't been here enough. The last three times I've been here, and we actually haven't performed well in Salt Lake one time, counting the last two tournaments. But yeah, it's great, and certainly the city and the views and everything. You know, I would think it makes for a good away trip, but you got to play better than what we did tonight, nor do enjoy it.
With the technical foul, what were you frustrated by, and did you think it galvanized the team because Utah didn't score for 7 minutes after?
No, I don't think it galvanized us. But I do. I thought that there was a blatant miss, and you know, when Juan drove in there and shot the ball under the backboard on an uncontested layup, I thought that was a missed call, and it was, you know, I deserved it. I mean, Darren's a good official, and he popped me, so I didn't actually really want it though, but I think we were down like 10 or 11 at the time, but I think they should have a new rule on technical fouls. The coach that gets the technical gets to pick who shoots the free throw. I think that's a new rule that they should implement.
The bracket preview today, you guys were 15th overall. I mean, what does that say about where you're at and the work you need to do down the stretch?
Well, 15 is obviously very generous. I mean, that's obviously very good. We're not playing to that right now, so we got to do a lot of things better down the stretch. But you know, we just need to take it one day at a time and try to regroup and have a couple of good days of prep before we go to Provo. But that, you know, as you guys know, that'll be a monster game there with I'm sure, a great atmosphere as well. So you know, I don't think we need to worry about the tournament. I think we need to worry about trying to get better and become a good, solid basketball team again.
Yeah, and just on that note, now that you have sustained a loss like this, is it better that you're staying here? Would you rather be able to go right back after something like this?
Go right back home?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I'm not I'm not a fortune teller. I don't know what's best. I think financially, it's far better to stay out here than you know, charter another plane back and another plane here. So it's a smart thing to do. And if we're playing on Sunday, Tuesday again out here, I guarantee we'll do the same thing.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Okay. See you guys.